Cowboys, which I'm painting up for Dead Man's Hand. We've got a variety of minis here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 figures here on the table in front of me. Some of them are almost completely covered in some paint or other. My aim is to get all the colours on them this evening. Can anybody hear me? Oh, thank you.
There we go.
Thank you very much, John. That's extremely kind of you. Thank you. Very, very, very kind. Very, 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 very kind. So, what I'm going to do is... it is a skirmish game. It is Dead Man's Hand. It's Cowboys skirmish. And a bit later, I'll probably tell you about the game that I played the other day, which was pretty cool. Pretty cool. So, I'm going to begin with some Basilicanum Grey, and that is going to be the colour that we are going to paint everybody's guns. Can't see my face? Never mind. Nobody wants to see that, do they? Nobody wants to see that. Can we fix that? Oh, you can see the roof, look. How's that? That better? Just getting into skirmish games. Bushido is my first plunge. Bushido is a fantastic game. I have this Savage Wave for Bushido, the little goblin bakemono thingies. Awesome. I haven't played a game with any of the Oni. I only have so far used the bakemono. I also have got some Minamoto as a second faction, but the goblins are where it's at for me. Right then, so we're gonna Basilicanum Grey on the guns, and then as I work my way across the minis, you'll see what still needs finishing. So this guy still needs his coat painting. We'll get a variety of other browns and things out. Have done some of them while I was testing out, seeing which ones I liked the most. I need to really do a colour texture map, shall we say, for all my contrasty type paints. So we've got an idea of what they all look like on the wall here in front of me. Because, especially with browns is something that's like Mr MLG dislikes brown anyway. Well, this guy's gun's bent. I hadn't realised that guy's gun is bent, like he's firing around a corner. Not only is this arm at a weird angle, but that gun is actually bent. So when he's varnished, we'll have to get some hot water out. Get the kettle on the boil so we can sort him out. Too late now, I've painted half the figure. Yeah, that gun's actually really wonky as well. Now I look at it from a different angle, that is really bad. Anyway, there we go. Wonky cowboy guns. So, Cowboys, lots of fun. Wanted to play a cowboy game for a long time. I've got all manner of bits and pieces lined up ready for this game, or any cowboy game in fact, but some of the things that I've had for a long time I've got in a box, and I've put it in a very safe place. I cannot find it. So it's not exactly a small box. It's got some MDF buildings in it. It's got some fences and a stagecoach and some gravestones and some other bits, and some like animals and different things to make terrain in a western town. Can't find it. Don't know what I've done with it. It's gone. It's gone. That box doesn't exist anymore. It's not at home. Can't find it at the shop. It's just gone. Bugging me just a little. There is one place left. I haven't looked for said box. That is at the shop, and it's going to mean moving half the stuff out of the stock room to get into like a weird little crevicey thing. To see if I put it in there, because I wasn't going to be doing it. When you find the safe place, please see if my Shadowrun minis are there. Yeah, it's annoying when you can't find stuff in it. You know that it should be somewhere relatively sensible, and then you go and it's not there. It's not there. They're not in the right place. I put that box there. But it's fine. It's fine, because I've got all of these guys to paint. So there's 18 figures here. I've got another, I think 11 that I hadn't started on yet to do. They've only been base coated. Got some scatter, got some buildings, got loads of stuff to be working on while I find the other box that I can't currently find. That box has got some buildings under construction. The MDF kits are Western buildings under construction. So if you've ever seen Deadwood, when folks are starting to come to town and they need to build their new shop or whatever it is, and everything's like a tent. Move the microphone closer. Move closer. Is that better? Is that better? I do apologise. I'm full of cold. Mrs MLG and I have both got a cold, and it's rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. Had a headache for a week. Beautiful singing. Again what? I don't know. Methusis. I can't remember where like, I think it might have been a Bill Bailey thing. Might have been a Bill Bailey thing from the Move Closer in a kind of West Country accent. Quite like Bill Bailey. He's a funny guy. I know, can't get rid of it at the moment. The cold, yeah, just can't get rid of it. It's still lingering on. I think what happens is I start to get rid of it, and then give it to Mrs MLG, and then Mrs MLG has it for a bit, and then we get it back. And every time we kind of pass it back to each other, it's mutated. So then we end up suffering the effects again. I think what it is I must obviously work too hard, and then I'm just run down, and then I constantly feel ill. Because normally I don't get ill. how did the cowboy game go? So let's talk about Dead Man's Hand. Dead Man's Hand is a cool cowboy skirmishy type game that you use anywhere between 1 and sort of 7, 8, 9, 10 figures per side. Doesn't just rely on dice, you actually use some playing cards to determine initiative and what have you in the game, which is pretty cool. Different abilities on the cards as well. So I can show you some of those. I'll just finish painting these guns and I will get the cards out. We'll have a quick look at those. But yeah, it's loads of fun. Don't know. There is some campaign rules in the book as well. Well, basically, it's a fast-playing game where you have to declare what you're going to do with your figure before you start moving it, and you're only allowed to make one measurement before you do anything. So, let me give you an example. I'm going to take Bob here, and Bob is going to shoot at Lemmy over here. So this is Bob and this is Lemmy, and Bob's going to shoot at Lemmy. So it's Bob's turn, and Bob wants to he's going to move over here behind these barrels. So Bob moves over here and he's going to go and stand behind these two barrels over here, and then he's going to aim and shoot at Lemmy. But you're only allowed to make one measurement. So if my one measurement was he can move up to 10 centimeters, which is like there, so I can make one measurement, which could be there to see how far away Lemmy is, or there to see how far he can get behind the barrels. But you can't check everything, you can only make one measurement. So, and then you also have to declare all your moves. So Lemmy's gonna I'm gonna check that range between there and there. Okay, so we think we can do that. So he's gonna run over to those barrels, he's gonna get there, and then he's going to aim at this guy, and then he's going to shoot him. And if you just go, I'm going to move here and then I'm going to shoot you, then you miss out on doing all your actions, because it's a bit fairer that way. And then you roll a 20-sided dice to see if you hit, and there are various basic modifiers. So if you've moved, if your target is moved, if there are intervening models or terrain, like the barrels or a building or what have you. Cat sticker. Yeah. Then there are modifiers to that if you're at long range or if you're firing multiple shots. So all the different weapons have a line on their stats that tell you how many shots you can fire with that weapon. It's pretty good. So the game that my buddy Al and I played the other day took us a bit longer because we were working through the rules step by step to make sure that we'd got things right, but just very steady, easy going. We drank some beer and some whiskey, shot some whiskey while we were playing, and just had a good laugh. So I won, but it's not really about the winning. It was about the learning part of the game. On that first one, there is some campaign rules, but we were just playing with.
Wow, you can really dance. Wow, you can really dance. He went.
We were just playing through with I think 21 reputation worth of models. So Al had 6 guys and I had 7 guys. I was playing as lawmen, and he was playing as outlaws, which both have slightly different rules. And depending on what faction you are playing, you are either a good guy or a bad guy. And good guys and bad guys use different cards that have different abilities on them. So, how many? I've only got a couple of guys left to paint the guns on, and then we can have a look at some of the cards. But yeah, you roll a 20-sided dice to hit, and then the only other dice that you need is a 10-sided dice, and that is what you use to track your nerve, or roll for your nerve, and that it depends on how many times you have been shot, how good the shot against you is, and then you take under fire tokens, which are a bit like pin markers in bolt action, but you take under fire tokens, and then when you've taken a number of under fire tokens equal to your nerve stat, you are out of action. I don't really understand bingo, if I'm entirely honest, so I don't know whether we're playing for full houses or whatever. I've got to lose something on my desk, Wicked D. Have I? Well, you'll just have to wait and see if we can... we need to rummage in for the right paint or something. Oh no, it's far too deep in the paintbrush. Far too deep in the paint, that one. This handsome chap here is Pat Garrett, but his clothes are a little bit bright. I'm going to darken him down a touch. Just maybe just his coat. I'm painting Temple of Rokan minis at the moment. They have some really nice ones. They're all the Bushido figures are beautiful. They're really, really nice sculpts. I really like them all. The Rokan guys, the Ito clan, I really like them as well. They're cool with snakes. And is the Cult of Uri? They've got, or Yuri, but they're really cool as well. They're the ones with all the spirit ghosty things and skeletons and stuff. They're cool. Yeah, they're all awesome. They're all awesome. We love them all. Or if I throw a bottle of paint. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to do it on purpose. I've got Lemsip this evening. Excellent. Playing games with painted models is definitely better, I think. You feel a bit more immersed in the game when your stuff's painted, I think. Right, somewhere here, what have I done with it? Put my fleshed hair as red, because I realised that I've missed a little bit on one of my models. Let's just sort that out. I did say that I'd show these cards, didn't I? Let me just sort this little bit out. I missed it. And then we'll have a look at cards. This guy's got a scarf on, and I realised I'd missed part of it. There we go. Right. Right. Just going to pause the microphone a second, or hide the. Right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Oh no, just dropped something. Yeah, sorry if you don't like it. But yes, I did just lick my paintbrush. After it had come out of the water and I dried it on the tissue, then I like to make sure we get the point back to it. So these are the cards that you use for Dead Man's Hand. So depending on what faction you're using, it depends on whether you use the hearts or the diamonds. So if you're using the hearts, like I was for the lawmen, you use the ace, king, queen, and jack of hearts, and then the 2 to 10 of both hearts and diamonds, and that will give you a selection of cards. Now each one of the cards has got an ability on, such as this one, Deadeye Shot. So you get to play that on one of your own characters when you've declared its actions for the turn, and any shots this turn ignore all of the penalties for target moving and target in substantial cover, which means if they've moved or if they're stood like in a building or whatever. Dust in Your Eye, used that one the other night. Play when an opposing character declares its actions for the turn. The first shoot action the character takes automatically misses. There's all sorts of different abilities like this that you can use to impede your opponent's turn. And then there are jokers, so you can have a joker. So I used this one actually as well. This was really cool. So before any characters are activated, you can swap you must swap 3 of your characters' initiative cards with 3 of the opposing players' characters. So you can only swap less than 3 initiative cards if there are less than 3 characters on either side. Now what this means, so at the start of the turn, they are very easy to read. It's just because they're far away from the camera, but they're small. They're, I don't know, about a third of the size of a normal playing card, but it doesn't mean that they don't take up loads of space. So to determine initiative for the turn in the game, so you have a little deck at the side, and then you flip one card over, and then you allocate that to one of your figures, and whoever puts that card down first gets priority in the turn for if you've got like the same card or whatever. And then after that you deal one of these cards face down to each of your other guys. So it doesn't matter where you put them because you're not supposed to look at them anyway. So I might have like that guy has got that card face up, and then I deal 3 more face down to each of my 3 other guys. And then once me and my opponent have both done that, you turn them over. Oh look, we've got wow! Bet I couldn't do that again. We've got got a straight flush. Jack, Queen, King, Ace of diamonds. Wow, that's pretty cool. Anyway, and then the 10 of diamonds there. Look, royal flush. So. Aces are high, so the ace would go first in the turn. But with that joker that I showed, so if my opponent had got like really high cards like these, and I've got rubbish low cards, I can use the joker, which is what I did the other night. I used the joker to switch the initiative cards with my opponent, so I ended up going first, which was ace. So an ace would go first, then a king, then a queen, then a jack. And if you and your opponent have got the same rating of cards, so if we've both got an ace, then it goes on the priority of suits. So hearts, then spades, then clubs, then diamonds, I believe it is. But I'd have to check. I think that's right for what it says in the book. So yeah, like just really cool. Works on this card mechanic. So when you buy a pack of cards, you get both the black and the red cards, obviously, and then you've got enough for 2 players to use, which is good. And then once you've used all your cards, I bent one now. Once you've used all your cards, you shuffle the deck back again, so you can start again for the next turn. There we go. That's how the cards work, and they look really cool, and what have you. It's all good. I don't know if I refresh this page, because I can't see the screen. Well, I can't see like the chat thing. Let's just have a look here. Let me mouse that. Where are you? Where's the cursor? That's it. If I do that, is that going to let me see? Oh, there we go. I can see what's going on now. Looking at the game now, I like the look of the Bandidos and Pinkertons. Yeah, I've got some lady gunfighters and a whole load of lawmen and other bits and pieces. I've just been collecting models for a while, and I thought it would be cool to have some. So if somebody came along to play a game and they didn't have any models, that we had some spares. So I've got a couple of guys whose coats I haven't painted, so we're going to just get a bit of paint on them. Ooh! Stream Bingo winner! Methusus. Whoop whoop! Winner! Bingo! Hi, Tony!
Hello.
Hi, Tony! How you doing? Tony has subscribed for 38 months. 38 months! That's insane. Well, it was insane, like, at 36 months, because I can't believe that we've been streaming for that long. But, yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, Tony. Thank you very, very much. How are you this evening? I think I might have done this guy's coat a bit light. This is Griff Charger Grey we're using here. I don't know whether it might be too light a colour, really. Maybe he's a good guy. Someone said to me the other day, don't forget that good guys always have light coloured hats and bad guys have dark coloured hats. So his coat's a very similar colour to his trousers. Actually, I didn't think that one through, did I? Oh, another winner. I've missed it. Who's winner number 2? Everyone's getting it in all in one go now. Game ended. Pete's got silver, is that right? Pete got stream bingo. Well, no prizes, I'm afraid. No prizes for getting stream bingo, apart from bragging rights that you were the first people to achieve stream bingo. And I didn't even throw anything. And John was third. Awesome. Tony says, doing good here. Just got back from a dog walk and have a small wasp's nest to get rid of tomorrow. Oh no. Wasp's nest are rubbish. I've got some Dark Angels green. I'm going to paint somebody's shirt green. Yeah, wasp's nests are rubbish. We had one in the woodshed, but fortunately, it seems that they've got bored and gone away and haven't been back. So saved me having to get rid of that. This chappy here is definitely a sheriffy type dude. He has got a pocket chain and what looks to be a sheriff badge here on his waistcoat. Two pistol gunfighter guy. Oh, I've missed his holster. How did I miss that? His pistol pocket. A wigme has been redeemed. Bear with me while I just finish painting this bit of green on here, and then I will get a wig. Ooh, what was that? One of our cats got stung by a wasp when he was a kitten. He's been terrified of him ever since. Yeah, I don't blame him. Wasps are rubbish. I mean, they do fulfill some purpose. They're not completely useless creations, are they? But I say creations because I'm an evolutionist. But they've come from somewhere. They've evolved from something. Oh no. We've only got this really weird long wig that Tony thinks makes me look like Slash. Need to get the other box of wigs out. Yeah, I'm not a fan. Father dug a nest out of the compost here when I was little and I got swarmed. Blech. A wig is worn. Ah. Yeah. A hat as well. Oh, sorry, I didn't see that. Yeah, how's that? There we go. I haven't got a top hat, Tony. No top hats. I've never owned a top hat. I would like one though. I did try one on when we went. We were somewhere on holiday, and I did try on a top hat, but it was too small for my massive head. I have a rather wide head, and none of the ones in the shop did fit me. They're very important in the ecosystem as oridators, but are a problem late in the summer when the queens shut down the hive and unleash thousands of sugar-addicted, angry monsters. Right then, so I've used all of the express colour browns and the superwash browns from Reaper, so now we're going to have to work our way through the Games Workshop browns. So this is Gore-grunter fur. So this, because I need to do some hats. So let's paint this lady's hat with Gore-grunter fur. And then we might have to paint a couple of hats with Agaros Dunes and Skeleton Bone. So they are lighter coloured. Be more of a tan colour. And then they're definitely the good guys. Going on the ideology that whoever it was told me the other day, good guys have lighter hats. Although in the recent remake of Magnificent Seven with Denzel Washington, I think it is, he's a good guy and he wears a dark coloured hat. Sorry, predators. I thought it was a word that I'd never heard of before. I was prepared to give it a go. Yeah. talking about giving things a go, I've just finished off today a bag of papaya. So papaya pieces. So these are a delicious little snack that Mrs MLG recommended to me. Oh no, I painted this gun. How have I done that? Painted this gun brown. It's rusty. Sorry. Bit grim. There we go. What was I saying? I've lost my thread now. I was going to say something. Lucifer's having a tantrum because I won't let him have a cheeseburger. There's something seriously wrong with this rabbit. I agree. Rabbits don't eat cheeseburger, do they? They're supposed to eat carrots and lettuce and stuff like that. Radishes. Isn't that what Peter Rabbit likes? Oh, that's no good. Just spotted a... How have I managed to miss that? This guy's got a huge lump of flesh under his arm, and I've just... Well, that's that taken care of. I've done it again. This guy's coat is going to be extremely similar to his trousers. Turns out Gorgrunter Affair is very similar to whatever that express colour is that I've used on his trousers there. Trousers, not pants, Wicked D. Trousers. Tell Lucifer that Loki stole half a bacon sandwich yesterday and says that it was delicious. One of our dogs once stole a bacon sandwich from Mrs MLG. Not Gizmo, was one of our older dogs that's not with us anymore, and he isn't not with us because he stole the bacon sandwich. I have to put that out there. Mrs MLG did forgive him. Finn stole the custard cream yesterday. I forgave Loki, but it wasn't my sandwich. Redscope says, how was the weekend Free Comic Book Day, Star Wars Day? It was alright actually. It was good. We didn't really celebrate the Star Wars Day thing in store. We didn't do anything particular in store this time around. But Free Comic Book Day was a great success. We managed to give away loads of free comics to some very excited individuals, which was awesome. Hopefully that's going to mean that there are lots of new comic fans who are now aware that Mighty Lancer Games is a local place where you can pick up fantastic comics. It was really cool. Talked to some folks who've never really read comics before. Sorted some kids out with some awesome comics. I think Spider-Man. What else was like the most popular things? Spider-Man, Conan. There was a Conan one that was very popular. What else? What else was popular? There's two Spider-Man things. There was Spidey and His Amazing Friends, which was definitely a cutesy, kind of like aimed at kids one. And then there was an Ultimates thing. Oh, and the Marvel Blood Hunt one was very popular too, along with Power Rangers. Was it Power Rangers? It was definitely a Pokemon one. I think there was a Power Rangers one. And Romeo and Juliet. There was a Romeo and Juliet one. That one went down well as well. May is National Zombie Awareness Month. Really? Do we need a Zombie Awareness Month? Right. I think that's enough Gorgon into Fair. Let's put Gorgon into Fair to one side. And then we'll move on to Cygor Brown. We'll do some Cygor Brown hats or coat. This guy needs his coat doing. He's going to have a Cygor Brown coat, and then I'm going to use the Wildwood to do the wooden stocks on the rifles. Right, I've definitely had this get up on for a few minutes, so I'll take that off because my head is extremely hot. Whew. Wowzers. Right. So we're going to go work our way around that holster because we're going to come back and sort that out later with Garrigax Sewer, which is go-to leather colour for contrasting things. Cygor Brown is very dark, but that's fine. So, determined to get these figures finished, and then I can start moving on to some other stuff. I've got some scatter and a couple of other bits and pieces to work on. So I think I'm gonna get this batch finished of figures. Then we're gonna do some scatter, and then I will come back to the others that I've got undercoated after we've had a little break onto something else. Buildings, scatter terrain. Still got a river to finish. What is everybody else working on their painting desk at the moment? What are you all on with? Get in there. No, on. Oh, right, okay. Pale Man from Pan's Labyrinth.
Another turtle made it to the water.
Those turtles making it to the water, getting rescued. I'm surprised I haven't missed more bits, actually. Missing this guy's holster and that other guy's scarf. I'm surprised I haven't missed more as I've been working through them, because I'm trying to kind of batch paint all these figures, get them done, ready for action. I figure that if I paint them fairly basic, and then I can come back later and do any tidying up or other highlights if I decide that they need it. But pretty happy with how they're turning out, to be fair. Tony and I have been sorting out our Mordheim warbands on the Discord this week. We're going to do some witch hunters. Cool. Awesome. What's Tony settled on? What have you settled on, Tony? Oh, don't put the lid back on me. Paint a hat or two. This guy's hat can be really dark. He's a bandit, so he can have a dark hat. Yeah, I found an awesome witch hunter model in my drawer. I was looking for something yesterday. Was a model that somebody has had made up of the guy who runs the Hull Mordheim tournament. Might have shown it off after the last time we went, or the first time I went, which is when I got him. Blob some paint. Oh, I did earlier on. You missed it. Did earlier on. Painted the guy's gun brown. Right, let's paint the hafts of the shotguns. Oh, it was ages ago. Painted the guy's gun barrel brown. This one is not a Black Scorpion figure. I think she's not a Reaper. I think she is from. She might even be a Great Escape mini, but she kind of fits in with the rest of the others. She's a little bit shorter than some of the other figures that I've got, but she does fit with the theme. So she's part of the posse. There are some absolutely amazing buildings available for Dead Man's Hand, which I might be painting a building tomorrow if I don't get these guys finished this evening. Sorry, if I get these guys finished this evening, I might be painting a building tomorrow. But yeah, the buildings are awesome. Hard plastic, like shops and houses. They're really cool. Right, this guy. Let's get him. I don't know what colour to paint this guy's jacket. His shirt thing that he's got on. Looks more like it's a jacket rather than being a shirt. So I don't want to paint it white. I don't want to leave it white. But also, I don't want to do it such a dark colour that he looks, because his trousers are already brown. I have to think of it suitably. Might give him like a nice light blue on it or something like that. I only got 10 minutes of painting left. Am I not allowed to come back and do a bit more painting later? We've watched all of we've watched all of Fallout now, and what we're going to watch instead on the telly box. Do the ordering. What ordering? Oh, we did say we were going to order some Fallout stuff. Been at work all day. At work all night as well. Ugh. Yeah, we did say we were going to order some Fallout minis, and there was something else we were going to look at that looks super cool. So yeah, I guess we're doing that. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. I might get up early in the morning and do a bit of painting. See if Gizmo wakes me up at the crack of dawn again. I got a day off. One day off where he didn't wake me up at 6 o'clock over the weekend. I must admit, I nodded a little during episode 8 last night. However, when I woke myself up and started paying attention to what was happening, don't think I really missed a great deal. Yeah, he comes and like nudges me and stands on my head or cries in my ear. I don't want to go out, Dad. It's time for breakfast. Don't get fed till 7 o'clock. It's time for breakfast, Dad. That's what he does. Never wakes Mrs MLG up. Because he's a git. I think this guy's still got a price tag attached to his shotgun. Look. I was looking at this the other day, but I haven't seen any images of this mini from another angle, so I'm not quite sure. But it's definitely got something tied around the handle there. It's got like a little tag on it. He's just nicked it from the shop. It's still got its price tag on. He looks like a particularly gruff individually. Wicked D says, I've trained mine not to be a morning dog. Yeah. Well, I've tried keeping him up at night. But the problem is, because he's a dog, he just goes to sleep whenever he wants. He just goes and lies down and goes to sleep under the table or whatever. And then he's rested, obviously. So then when it's morning time, he's awake. What's that? He knows better than to wake me up, says Mrs MLG. Yeah. Because Mrs MLG is amazing at being asleep even when she's awake. Ooh, hydrate. Say my name, say my name. Pete, 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 Pete the hydrator. Slap chop. And a stretch. Yeah, I've just finished it off. I have just finished it off with that hydrate. Is that a bingo ticket? Yeah, I'm onto my backup drink. A wig. I can't put that other one back on. It's too hot. We'll have to give you a value hat wig, because this one doesn't melt my head like the other one does. There's a little bit more airflow. Hat and a wig in 2 in 1, as Methuselah said earlier on. Excuse me. Excellent. Cowboys for the win. Right then, so that's all the gun handles done, unless I've missed any. Oh, we had that guy's holster to fix, didn't we? Let's sort that out. Where is he? Was it? It wasn't that guy. Whose holster did I need to repair? He's just had a little missing bit on it. Oh, this guy. Was this guy here? Did I lick a paintbrush? Oh, I guess I did. Right, that's that Garrigax sewer. Get that over there, and then let's do a couple of hats. Agaras Dunes. I don't even know I'm doing it now. Subconscious. Let's do a couple of Agaras Dunes hats. In fact, Agaras Dunes. No, Nasdreg Yellow. Nasdreg Yellow is what I'm going to use for his little sheriff's badge. We're going to go Agaras Dunes on this lady's hat. So we'll just do a couple of these and then we'll call it a night. And I will go and get some work done. And then I need to think what I'm going to use. Seeing as I've already used like all the browns, what I'm going to use for hair colours for my various gunfighters. Might have to mix a couple of colours to be hair colours. I've got to start getting some paint on a very special mini this week as well, but I can't paint that on stream, so that's no good. Can't work on that tomorrow. So tomorrow evening, 2 Paint Tuesday, Mrs MLG and I both paint on stream. Tomorrow evening I will very likely be finishing off Cowboys and hopefully getting a bit of paint on the building. So it's undercoated and ready to go, but in need of a bit more stuff to it. So how many? I've got 3 hats left to go. I'm going to do those skeleton bone. Wicked D, I cannot deny there may or may not be a random ad hoc stream from me this evening. Says Wicked D. A bonus Wicked D stream, not scream. You scream, I scream, we all scream fast. Scream. Don't know why that pops into my head. Show us the minis, says Mrs MLG. Show us the minis close up before we go. Okay. Yeah. That guy. Oh, and this lady over here. So yes, most of my lady gunfighters have got light coloured hats. Didn't even do that on purpose. Just I've been picking minis up at random when I've been putting colour on. So purely coincidental. All the ladies have got their light coloured hats. Right then, let's get that off. Right. This guy just needs his mask painting. Can I turn that down? There we go. That guy just needs his mask painting. And he's ready to go. This guy needs his collar sorting. His collar of his shirt is not quite right. Hang on, let me just make a little modification over here. If I tick that box. Is that gonna focus? Focus. Oh, it's not doing it, is it? It's focused on. Oh no! Don't do that. It's focused on the. That counts as. Flicking something across the room knocked a mini over. It's just not working. Get rid of that. Autofocus is rubbish. Oh, this guy's basically done. This dude here, he's basically done for now. Sorry, they're a bit blurry. I can't really help it. That guy just needs his tash painting. This is Pat Garrett. Say he just needs his tash painting. I think I am going to go over his coat with some rattling grime and maybe try and darken it a touch. But yeah, so there we go. There's loads of them, so I won't bore you with them one by one. But I think they look all right. She's about done. She just needs her hair painting. She looks a bit like Sharon Stone from The Quick and the Dead to me. thank you very much. That's very kind of you to say so. Yeah, they're nearly there. So you need some basing texture on, and then once the bases are done and the hair's finished, and the last few finishing touches, basing texture done, they're going to get varnished. Hi, Crafty. They'll get varnished, and then they're ready to go. So, and then we'll get on, crack on with some other projects. So, thank you very much, everybody, for coming and joining us this evening. Thank you for listening to me ramble, and hope you'll join us tomorrow for 2 Paint Tuesday, starting at 6:30. Thank you very much, everybody. Goodbye.